That's not coming in handy when it's snow on the cars and not just frost. Boys, today is a very, very big day and a very special video because we are finally going to get to experience full 850 wheel horsepower on the Huracan. As you guys know, I twin turbo this car a couple months back, and well, the turbo kit went fine, but the transmission is not. We believe that the stator inside the transmission, it's a special shaft that delivers clutch pressure to the odd and even gears in the transmission, has gone bad. And well, when that goes bad, you have to pull the transmission, put a new one in, weld it, and then have a good day. But that is a lot of work. And I believe that you should do a job once and not multiple times, because my end goal is to go high power in this car, not just 850 if that's not enough. I would like to hit 1200 wheel horsepower one day. And to do that, we need an upgraded clutch. And well, the upgraded clutch has shown up today, and we get to drop this car off at Hurricane Motorsports, get that new clutch and stator put in, put it back in the car, and then we'll actually be able to experience this car at its full potential without having a slipping transmission. But first, we gotta hop in the Trackhawk and go pick up Luke, my friend, because he straight piped his Viper at Hurricane Motorsports as well, and that thing sounds crazy, and I heard it spits flames. Now this Trackhawk has all the bells and whistles. We gotta turn on, it has seat heaters. How do you turn them on? Oh, all digital? That's crazy. I don't know why this keeps going off, but it's starting to really make me mad. It keeps saying blind spot alert, temporarily unavailable. And it wasn't doing this when the car showed up yesterday. Honestly, you don't need blind spot alert anyway, so I'm gonna figure out a way to disable this, because this is annoying. It beeps every 5 seconds. What do you think, Luke?
This thing is amazing.
I'm pretty sure your Viper can still get it, but this is pretty quick.
Dude, this thing's mean.
It gets down. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to start up the race car. We know she can handle the cold because I drove it a lot last winter. Let's see what a cold start with twin turbo sounds like when it's this cold out. I can't wait to see this thing at its full potential. Now the whole story with me and getting an upgraded clutch is kind of long, so I'm gonna keep it pretty short. I bought 2 clutches. Originally the first clutch I bought is from Deca. Shout out Deca, you guys are great. But the issue was I hopped on a pre-order. And since I did hop on a pre-order, the clutch was gonna take a little bit longer than expected because obviously they have to make them. And I thought this car was running fine. Yes, I had to shift it like an Aventador, but it's whatever. And then last week, the car left me stranded. First gear, tried going off a stoplight, and it threw us into limp mode, and it was not a good time. So right then I realized I'm spending a lot of money on this car. I cannot have this thing down for months until the new clutch gets here. So I bought a Datsun clutch. It was on the shelf, ready to go, and we're throwing that in. Once the Deca clutch gets here, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. So yeah, I just realized this car is such a big investment. I can't have it down because then it's not worth it because I have to make videos on it to make a living. So yeah, have 2 clutches, one going in, the other one undecided, but it's not gonna be here for another month and a half. So with that being said, we're not gonna be doing a pull because I don't want my transmission to completely blow up 20 minutes before it's gonna get pulled and rebuilt and made better. Well, we made it. The transmission did not blow up, so I think we're in the clear. Now let's see if we can look at this new clutch. All right, it's time to hear Luke's freshly straight piped car. Hurricane did all the fab on this. So this isn't an exhaust you buy. They made this in-house. You can smell all the fuel. This thing is so loud.
It's
Wow.
really hot.
Yeah, that sounds good. So here is where a lot of my money has went. This is a Datsun Pro Max, good for 1,800 wheel horsepower is what I think they rate it at. Maybe more, maybe less. And then this is our new stator. Basically what happens is this shaft is actually press fit into this bracket, and what you do is you weld the shaft to the bracket. That way it's not only press fit, but welded in place so that it doesn't end up spinning. We think this was the problem, and then this is preventative maintenance and allows us to go more horsepower in the future. And then what are these? These are the clutch packs?
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. By the end of this video, we're gonna have a nice shifting Huracan thanks to Hurricane Motorsports. If you want a straight pipe Viper or a twin turbo Huracan with an upgraded transmission, go over there and they'll get it done. It looks sick. So I heard, Jordan, you're on Knox Out in like 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
I'll be disappointed if it's any slower. And then obviously after we put this in, since we are messing with the transmission, we are gonna have to get a fresh tune. So that's all gonna happen hopefully either tomorrow or it might happen next week. So this video might end up going into next week, but it's okay because at the end of it all, we're gonna have a car that's 100%. Just bought this thing. You wanna hear the supercharger? Okay. Just bought this thing and people are already recognizing us for it. That's hilarious.
It's so loud.
It sounds sick, huh?
Are you getting a dyno soon, or did you already do it?
We'll throw it on a dyno eventually, but today the Huracan's at the shop. We're getting
Okay,
a
that's cool.
built transmission in it.
Oh
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Because it's having problems, right?
Yeah, it was having some problems, but
Yeah.
we got a new clutch and a new stator, and hopefully that solves the issue.
Nice, yeah. That's
And then
nice.
it'll be good for 1,200. So,
Cool,
yeah.
nice.
What was your name?
Josiah.
Josiah. Nice to meet you, bro.
You too.
We can't do a pull in the Huracan, but we can do a pull in the Trackhawk. I haven't launched it with the intake on it. That sounds wild. The shifts though were not on point. Hurricane knows a guy that tunes Mopars, and I think he might be able to also tune the transmission to make this shift a whole lot better. But that's just speculation. He never said they could tune transmissions, but I'm hoping they can, because if this thing can shift fast too, my wife's gapping everybody. Let's see if it shifts better in launch without manual mode. Because typically with a lot of these newer cars, if you don't manually shift it, it'll shift on its own at the perfect power level and shift faster. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how we were supposed to do it the entire time. Not manual mode, you just let this thing shift on its own. That was so much faster. Holy crap. Dang. Well, now you know how to launch it correctly.
Thanks.
And now, we wait.
3 days later.
Well, after a weekend of patiently waiting, I have some news. It's good news, but also could be bad news. You'll see. Yeah, track mode definitely wakes up the throttle response. Now the reason it's good news but also could be bad news is this. The clutches and the transmission looked fine. Nothing was burnt, nothing was worn weird or anything. The stator in the transmission also looked fine. So what the heck has been making those noises and making us not shift right? That's the confusing part. So I'm hoping it's something that you can't see, but the parts that I just mentioned are in fact not working correctly, because it would suck to put this whole thing back together, all that fluid back in it, and have to do the exact same thing. So fingers crossed. All right, we gotta let them know we're here. So here is the new stator. Like I said, the other one looked fine, but we don't want to risk anything. So this is the new one, welded. The reason he didn't go all the way around is because if you go all the way around, it could shrink the bearing. But now he's gonna throw it in and begin the process of going backwards. This is a Lamborghini Huracan and Audi R8 transmission. $30,000 for one of these bad boys. So it's a good thing there's no holes in it. But I'm still very curious to see if this solves our issue. I really hope it does. It should. Oh my God. There's confetti in my transmission from Monterey Car Week. So here is my OEM stator. It is welded because Jordan had to calibrate the welder to make sure that he would get a good bead on the new one. But if you look, there's a flat spot on that inner bearing, and how you know if they spin is the flat spot will not be flush with the flat spot on this outer piece. And it looks pretty good. Maybe the stator didn't spin, and it could be something with the clutches. But the clutches looked fairly fine. A couple of them were a little bit darker than others, so who knows. All we can do at this point though is make sure everything looks good, throw it together, and see what happens. But from what Jordan says, it seems to be okay. After new stator was put in, it was time for Jordan to put the new clutch in. And also, I forgot to mention, the car did have a small boost leak, so we had to get some new O-rings for one of the charge pipes to solve that issue, and also the car is getting fresh oil supplied by Euro Tuning. Is that my contact photo?
That's you. Unrecognizable.
I look pretty good in that picture.
Yeah. Pretty f***ing stupid.
Well, we are basically there. Just 8 transmission bolts and torque them down.
Ooh. Not weird. That's why it's 18 grand.
Are they aluminum?
These are like plastic, dude.
Jeez.
What the hell?
It's like paper.
These are hollow.
These hold the transmission in.
Yeah. Torque to yield.
Torque to yield.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's kind of scary. You know how easy it is to snap these too?
Bad.
Have you ever been in a Hellcat?
I just can't say.
Jean has never been in a Trackhawk. It's gonna be his first time. You ready for this?
You can't cancel me. Brother, I've been bored already. Hit that
Ready?
Oh my God! Fuck, that wasn't even like a crazy launch. Hit this stoplight. Get a good, warm it up. That was insane. That was fucking crazy with like, you just went.
I told you it's
Give
quick.
it a good launch.
That was a good launch. That was a good one. You ready? Brace yourself.
Hit that shit.
Launch control.
Mm-hmm. We gonna get to KFC in like 5 minutes.
Excuse my friend. He's
what? He's what?
Rate your first Trackhawk experience.
It ain't a Rolls Royce, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, it has been a long weekend. I went out to Tennessee to hang out with Gabe and have a really fun event. So if you haven't already, go over to the second channel and check out that video. And while you're there, hit subscribe because our goal is 800,000 subscribers. I won't tell you any more about that weekend, but over that weekend, I got a call from Kyle at Hurricane Motorsports, and he said, Jake, the Lambo's done, and you're gonna be very, very excited because the noise went away and it shifts like money. So let's go ahead, take the Trackhawk to Hurricane Motorsports as fast as we can without a radar detector. And actually, I'm gonna grab another radar detector just in case there's not one in the Lambo. And then we'll head that way. Never gonna get bored of that sound. But I will say this, we do need to put the headers on, and I have some Valvetronic mufflers that are gonna get thrown on as well. Temporary until our full Grail exhaust shows up, but since Grail is in Germany and they don't have any more Trackhawk exhaust on the shelves, they have to do a new batch. It might take maybe a couple more weeks, but I can't let my wife drive around this car with no exhaust. Ooh, there she is. She's already out. Is there a place to park? Yes, there is. Alrighty. She is a little dirty, and that's okay. We're gonna wash her. After today, she's going straight to SEMA too, so we got a lot of cleaning to do. Motorsports and my boy Jordan, the man, the myth, the legend, got this thing running. I've never, oh my gosh.
It's completely different, isn't it?
It's completely different. It's just, it just goes.
You have so much more clutch now though.
It doesn't stop. Like the power just doesn't stop.
The transfer between gears is super dope too.
It's like not as jolty as I thought it was gonna be, like almost feel sequentially,
yeah.
like very like, but it just like very smooth into it.
It's really nice.
That is, it's undescribable how like fast this car is now. No fighter jet noise, no clutch slippage. She's ready to go more boost now.
Yeah, for sure.
She's ready for a fuel system. Fuel system, boost controller, 1200 wheel. That's what the goal is. If we make 1200, I could go more with this setup, and I probably will doing that. But I think 1200 is like that sweet number, or else we're gonna have to start taking out the transmission again to do an upgrade to second and third gear, which I think we will do one day. Holy crap. This thing's fast. When you get up in the higher RPMs, it does shift a little bit more aggressive, like a little bit more DCT aggressive, but not how I was expecting. Like this is super smooth.
It's almost like stock.
Yeah, almost like stock. However, there's double the horsepower behind it now.
It grabs pretty aggressive. It's not completely as smooth, but it's super close.
Yeah, it feels
very nice.
It feels great. And also the boost leak is fixed as well. There was a slight boost leak with one of the O-rings. They put fresh O-rings in there, so
yeah, perfect now.
It's perfect now. Just in time for SEMA. Transport picked this thing up tomorrow. We gotta drop this car off at CW Wraps to get some fresh Steck PPF on the back. Because if you watch the video of us paint matching the rear bumper is slightly lighter than the paint on the car. If you look at any factory car, I was looking at a 765 LT on Instagram today. Even that car, the rear bumper I believe is carbon on that thing, and the bumper is a little bit lighter than the fenders. It's just normal. However, a way we can get this car to have an even better matching bumper is put PPF on it, because PPF's gonna give it a little bit darker of a tone, and it'll match the rest of the car since the rest of the car is PPF'd already. Now we're gonna leave Hurricane and we're gonna go over to CW Wraps and get some fresh Steck PPF on the rear bumper, and then we can rip this thing some more afterwards. But we were talking and we thought, wouldn't it be super cool if we went ahead and did fuel system during Vlogmas? Because I am planning on doing T51R, but a fuel system as well, and hitting that 1200 mark during Vlogmas would be even cooler too. So that might also happen. So not only will we have the T51R mod, but we'll also have a 1200 horsepower Huracan. Both separate videos, of course. So maybe spoiling Vlogmas a little bit for you guys, but I had to tell you. Also, the sound is still there. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can still kind of hear the whirring noise from the turbos. What we think it could be is a small piece of cat material from when we decatted the car has dislodged itself from the catalytic converter, because as you guys know, we gutted the cats, we did not replace the cats, and that small piece could be inside one of the fins on the turbine wheel, and it's just catching air and causing it to make that sound. It's not gonna hurt the turbos, because it's definitely not gonna get dislodged if it hasn't gotten dislodged by all the pops and bangs and flame maps and all that. But since we are taking these turbos out to send them to comp to get the T51R mod, we're just gonna send the full turbos out just to get them looked over, make sure they're all healthy and everything. And Yeah, because after we send them out to get a T51 R mod, we won't even be able to tell the difference. The T51 R mod is basically going to be what we're hearing right now, but even more aggressive, because I think it's only one turbo that's making the noise, not two. Might be something you don't even understand, but I wanted to tell you anyway, just in case you do hear it over video, but it's not the clutch, and it's not the stator, because we fixed them. Just creeps up on you. Holy man, this is nuts. Now we are at CW's new and improved shop. This thing is way bigger than last time. This one's like what, 10,000, 15,000 square feet? 11,000 square feet. You can fit a lot more cars in this shop than you could in the other one. And he has like two other businesses. You have upfitters, and then you have this, and then the sign company, and he fits all of them in here. So safe to say, this car is gonna be in good hands. It's gonna be inside the shop. He said he can knock it out today. It's just this painted portion that we're wanting to get PPF, not all the extra carbon fins and stuff. That's gonna be fine. And hopefully it makes this blend a lot better. It's hard to tell on camera, but in person you can see it. The places where there's no PPF, it matches pretty solid to this. But where it is PPF and where it's not, PPF adds that extra layer of depth. Yes, you get a lot more glitter in the paint, but you also make the paint inherently a tiny bit darker because you're effectively adding an extra coat of clear coat. So with PPF here, it should make it blend a lot better than what it is now, and then she'll be good to go to STEC at SEMA for next week. It's gonna be crazy having a car in SEMA, and then we're gonna be able to do the rollout too, which is gonna be awesome. We're gonna let the Kurkon hang out there for a little bit, come back at around 4:30. She'll be all PPF'd. It'll match a good amount better. Obviously, it would match way better if we blended into the car, but I didn't want to pull the PPF off the rear quarter panels and deal with all that and make it a huge ordeal right before winter because we needed this bumper on ASAP. But maybe if you guys complain enough about it and I complain enough about it, next spring we'll pull the bumper back off and blend it into the rear quarter, because we're not putting the stock bumper back on. Like, it's never gonna happen. Well, you can tell Tim parked my car since we are both in the handicap spot. Let's check out this PPF job. Oh yeah, it darkened it up a lot. Look at this. That made it a lot darker. Holy crap. Still a little bit lighter, but yeah, that looks way better, especially from behind. That matches good. Makes it a lot better. Look at that. What do you think of the bumper?
It's nice. I love how it's got the built-in diffuser on there.
It looks pretty crazy, huh? Have you ridden a twin turbo Lambo?
No, I haven't.
I think you should.
I think I should too.
I think you should. The clutch is done, so it's a lot faster now too, because it actually shifts. And if you don't know Tim, he won that car. I had to buy mine, he did not.
Yeah, I didn't realize people actually bought theirs. It's crazy.
So I think I'm gonna go inside, say thank you to CW, and then take you for a little spin. Sideways.
Oh, it felt like a two-wheel drive car right there.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. Dude, I can't stop smiling.
Bro!
This is the fastest car I've ever been in.
Really?
I think it is, yeah. Like, I've been in supercharged ones of these. That does not compare, dude. The power delivery, everything is so different.
It just doesn't, you can't describe how fast these cars are with twin turbos. And the best part is, even like right now, it feels like a stock car, at least to me, because I've driven it all the time. It's only when you get in a boost where you're like, oh my gosh, this is double the power. So how would you rate your first twin turbo Lambo experience?
I wish I didn't go for a ride, because now I'm going to have to find a way to get one myself.
To make it happen? Yeah, dude, with the clutch, it made it a whole different ball game. This car is so much fun now. And when we were standing here, right after I stopped filming, I looked at my bumper, then I looked at his bumper, and you'll notice the same thing. His bumper is a factory bumper from Lamborghini, not repainted, nothing. And look at this. That is lighter than that. Different because obviously his paint doesn't really have much pearl in it, if any. So that might be a factor. It could just be a factor of like pearl in paint, but his bumper looks darker than his car. And if you look at any other car, if you go outside in the parking lot or whatever, you'll notice that. But the PPF definitely did help because now the whole car is PPF'd. And like I said, PPF adds almost that extra layer of almost like a clear coat effect. Because when you put more clear on a car, the paint does get a little bit darker. So yeah, I think this is money. I don't think we're gonna have to touch it. I think it's beautiful. And she is SEMA ready. But we do gotta go home and wash it real quick. The issue with this car now is there's not enough road to really get into it. Like, you floor it, go through a couple gears, and you're going to go to jail speeds. While this car is all clean now, I spent about an hour washing this car and this one because while I was in Tennessee, this car was sitting outside. I know the Corvette is the one sitting outside, not the BMW, but that's just how the dice rolled. But yeah, I am so hyped with this car. Now its full potential is right here, and sadly it has to leave tomorrow to go to SEMA, but it's gonna be so cool seeing it there at the show and being able to drive this car out of the show during the parade. That's gonna be a whole different experience. So thank you so much, Hurricane Motorsports. Like I said before, if you guys ever want any of your cars worked on, especially your Lamborghini or your R8, to get a twin turbo kit and some transmission upgrades, give them a call. They got you covered and they will get it done. Now it's time to make this car even faster. So that's what we're planning on doing, hopefully in December. Like I said, 1,200 wheel horsepower. Probably won't be able to use it because there'll be snow on the ground, but it'll be cool to see that number on the dyno. And then also this car. I haven't really been giving this car a lot of love, but I have a short throw shifter in the works, and I do plan on doing cam, heads, ported blower, clutch, all that stuff, but that's gonna mean motor out. So we're not gonna do that probably until January. That way we have this car available for Vlogmas so we can drive it around just like all the other cars. I don't really want any cars down for longer than a couple days during Vlogmas because I won't be able to drive them all. So January, that's my plan. Make this car extremely fast, and it'll be probably making around what this car makes right now of 800 to 850 wheel horsepower. But that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much, Steck and CW Wraps as well, for getting the bumper all PPF. Now this car is all protected and ready to go. And I will see you in the next video, which is a very, very crazy video in itself as well. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now, and I am so happy that I'm in the position I'm in to do this stuff. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Drive safe.